is the Good Morning Football Weekend mug. What a way to start the show. And hey, just as we start hour 3, we lose D-Hall. I have a feeling he will be right back, though. Don't worry. Hey, welcome in, guys. Have some pancakes. Hey. There he is. Welcome to hour 3 of Good Morning Football Weekend presented by Allstate. I'm Colleen Wolfe. There is D-Hall. Oh, my gosh, right on cue. And there he goes again. But, hey, we have Michael Robinson. We have Mike Garafolo. And we probably have Sir Stats-A-Lot still hanging around as well. So we got plenty coming your way. Adam Rank as well. So let's get into it. Let's take a look here at the AFC playoff picture. Why not? The undefeated Steelers, a game up on the Chiefs, who have a rematch tomorrow night against the only team that's beat them this year, the Raiders. Vegas, one of 6 AFC teams with a 6-3 record. There are so many teams right now with a 6-3 record in the entire league, along with the Colts, Dolphins, Ravens, Titans, and Browns. So that is a really interesting race there. But back in week 5, let's rewind it a little bit here, because the Raiders defense stopped Patrick Mahomes when it mattered the most, with the only pick on Mahomes all season long. That sealed the game there. So the question now, will the 8 Raiders defenders who spent the week on the reserve COVID list due to close contact be cleared to play? We'll find out tomorrow. But in the meantime, the 2 quarterbacks looking forward to running it back.
I think anytime you lose to anyone, the next time you play them, you want to win the football game. And so in this league, when you're in the same division, you get that opportunity. So we're excited for it, and we'll be ready to go. I promise you that.
I don't get all caught up in the stuff, so to speak, or what we did last time. None of that matters now, right? We just, we're going to play a totally new game come Sunday night.
All right, so hey, D-Hall is back. This is great. I have a feeling this is going to be a good hour. So there is a ton of talk, obviously, about the Raiders buses and the victory lap at Arrowhead. Andy Reid brought it up earlier this week. He was not super thrilled about it, but it makes this game even more fun, I feel like, with that. So, Mike, Rob, give us a key here for this matchup.
Well, being a former running back, I'm going to be looking in the Las Vegas Raiders backfield. Give the ball to Josh Jacobs, feed him early and feed him often. In their first matchup, in that Week 5 matchup that the Las Vegas Raiders actually won, he had 77 yards, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns. And just handing this kid the ball sometimes, getting that dirty 3 and 4 yards, it resulted in the loss of Las Vegas Raiders having the ball for 10 minutes more in time of possession than the Kansas City Chiefs. Keeping Patrick Mahomes and this explosive offense off the football field. That's how you have to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You keep that explosive offense off the field, score when you get the football, and be explosive and play action passing opportunities down the football field.
Emrah, boy, was that Raiders offense explosive. I mean, Derek Carr was throwing that ball all over the Chiefs secondary. And so, to me, my eyes are going to be on that Chiefs secondary. Tyrann Mathieu and Travarius Ward had a couple communication errors, some big plays down the football field. You saw Henry Ruggs make a play on that play. Daniel Sorensen just was sitting flat foot. When you got 4.2 speed out there, receiver, you can't sit flat foot. This play right here was just Travarius Ward not running to cut that crossing route. The crossing route was cut by the safety. Travarius Ward has to run and help Tyrann Mathieu out. So they can't allow these explosive plays down the football field. When I sit back and think about that game, the Raiders' offense looked like Kansas City's offense with these explosive big plays. So that Chiefs secondary has to play much, much better this time around.
And D-Hall, the Raiders defense, switching it to the other side, they're in a really tough spot right now because they have 11 players total on the COVID list. 10 are defenders. And, of course, a lot of those guys, most of those guys are just self-isolating because they're close contacts with Clelin Ferrell, who was the positive test there. But Paul Guenther, the defensive coordinator there, talked about it this week. These guys aren't able to practice together. Now, they got LaMarcus Joyner back yesterday at practice. They're still waiting, obviously, on Jonathan Abram, Malik Collins, Jonathan Hankins, Arden Key, and a couple others. They'll find out tomorrow. But they dealt with this similar situation earlier this year when the offensive line had to self-isolate, and that was a little bit of an issue. We saw they lost that game 45-20, and now this time around, every single level of the defense is impacted. It's not just one position group. So you're playing the Chiefs offense, super explosive. They're coming off the bye, and of course they're angry about the bus thing. So this feels like a dicey situation.
Super explosive, but also I liked it better kind of earlier in the season when they were running the football effectively as well as doing everything that they can do through the air. It was just, you know, they could pretty much do anything they want to do at will. And I know, here we go again. Andy Reid, the running game. I don't know really how much he cares if they're not running the football that effectively. They showed they can do it when they need to do it against Buffalo. And look, they've been banged up on the offensive line, and Mitchell Schwartz, the right tackle, is not going to play again. Kelechi Osemele, who they lost earlier in the season, that was a big key for them in the running game. But if you can get it going, Andy, and you can control this game and not get yourself into that kind of game that we saw last time where the defense struggled a little bit against the Raiders' explosive plays, run the ball downhill, run it all day, then run onto the buses and do some laps around the stadium and then head to the airport yourself. How about that?
I am so hoping that happens. I would love a versus battle of the victory buses laps. Like, that would be amazing. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Now let's kick it over to the NFC, because I want to check out that playoff picture there. Green Bay and New Orleans, they lead the way, while Seattle and Philly also top their divisions. So you see the wild card teams as well, but we want to focus on the Saints and their new starting quarterback, according to reports, Taysom Hill. James Palmer covering Falcons Saints for us tomorrow. James, tell us what's up.
Saints head coach Sean Payton, even Friday afternoon, still not openly declaring who is going to be his starting quarterback on Sunday. And with that, the Falcons' preparation all week has been like this. They know this offense inside and out. They're in the same division. What they've been doing is telling their defensive players the little tweaks, the little caveats and changes that would happen in the offense with Jameis Winston running it as quarterback. His penchant to go downfield and be more aggressive. Things he likes to do within an offense as opposed to things Breeze doesn't like to do. In terms of Taysom Hill, I talked to a couple of players who told me their thought is that he's going to play a handful of more snaps than he normally would when Breeze is the quarterback. So in essence, have not been preparing for him to be the starter the entire way from start to finish. They don't know if he's going to be a traditional passer or how he is as a traditional passer, according to head coach Raheem Morris. They do know if he is going to throw the football, they have to keep him in the pocket, force him to throw from there, and make sure he doesn't get outside and use his legs where they know he is so dangerous.
Sean Payton keeping everybody guessing. Thank you, James. So Taysom Hill, he's been all over the field. His snaps by position during his NFL career, he's lined up more at wide receiver and tight end than he has